presented by EA Sports. It's the Jets and the Bengals, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Jets coming into play. They've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. On the return is Ferguson. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Anytime anyone throws for over 300 yards in a game, you know their name is going to be considered for Offensive Player of the Week. And in the AFC last week, our guy got it.
Yeah, he was the guy on top of his game. He'll try to duplicate that here in this one. On first down, Womack. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow will throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard, where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosazon to kick it away. On the return is Ferguson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago. So a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there. And they get the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mixon on the toss right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd gone to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Play action. Now Wilson. That is caught by Mims. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 78 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect to maybe throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. On the return is Ferguson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in by Moss. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Thaddeus Moss, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Zach Wilson of the Jet offense set to take over here. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he may even buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Hines. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. I don't care what you is. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Get ready. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have run.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Wilson's throw here caught by Mims.
I'm going to hit you all. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. No problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just run right past it.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. On third down, Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it. Fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for three, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get three, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Hines. Finding room to the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. This is caught. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Burrow looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Draw play. This is Hines. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 2, now Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. Rosa's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
On the return is Ferguson. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gaud.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So here are the Jets now to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On first down, Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
He'll air this one out from Mims. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On second down now, it's Hines. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he goes out right around the 39. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he's got room. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Let's go, baby. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, there's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have them pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
That's caught inside the 20. And down to the 11. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Wilson going to throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
57, Mike, 57. 6-man.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Womack. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've got 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On second down, it's Hines. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Burrow. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Wilson wants to throw it. That is caught by Mims. Pushes past him. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run again with Hines. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Rosas' kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
On the return is Ferguson. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now